Hello YouTubers, back with another video. I made a set in the window light with a little LED on it, and then I made a set in the window light battery charger. I've stepped it up a little bit. I'm not sure what to call this animal, but it has a lot of different features on it. I'm going to give you a little walkthrough. Okay, I've got a 20 volt or 20 watt solar panel on the back here, as you can see. It's monocrystalline. It's about a $60 panel. 20 watts, 18 volts at approximately 1.18 amps. It has an l.e.d readout for battery voltage. I'll give you a zoom in so you can see that. So you can check your voltage and see where you're at there. You can see we're at 1259. So I thought that would be practical to put on there. So you can test your voltage without opening up and looking at your batteries. So that's one. It does also have, this is a 1 watt Cree LED. Oh, it's a replacement bulb for a lot of these external fixtures that you get at big box stores, exterior lighting, the bigger ones. So that's 1 watt. It's basically equivalent to about 11 watts incandescent. And then I put this LED strip bar on here, and it also has a switch on it. Now the reason I put 2 lights on it is so I could vary the the drain on it. This one doesn't quite pull as much as this, but together they're pulling almost 3 watts. So anyway, that varies the draw. So you can check your voltage here. You got a couple different lighting options. I put 2 12 volt ports on this. I'll get into it in a second why I put 2. Well, I can go right now. Really, one of them can run an auxiliary like a computer, charge your cell phone or whatever. And the other one can be auxiliary as well. But as well, you could go from one of these cigarette lighter plug-ins to a pair of alligator clips, and actually set a 12 volt battery in the floor here, deep cell marine battery, and go from here with alligator clips to the battery, and actually have external extra battery capacity, and this will charge that battery sitting in the floor. So it can be a battery charger or battery charger slash extra battery capacity with using this here. I bought a SunForce charge controller. It's a 7 amp max. These are like $13 here. Anytime you're over 15 watts with a solar application, you want to use a charge controller. So this is just right over the 15 watt boundary. So I went with a charge controller, and I put it on this side just so I could see when it's charging and when it's fully charged. Another thing I did is I got a cheap motorcycle radio. These radios start at about $29 and go up from there. This has AM FM on it. It also has an MP3 plug-in, so you can use it for speaker for your computer. You can use it for MP3 or whatever accepts line in. So yeah, it's got a radio on it too. And I just bought this little fan here, which I'll go ahead and that's it's a fairly good little fan. You can hear it running, I'm sure. I really built this to set into a window so you can stay charged and be portable, so you can take it with you. Spot here, I was going to move the radio down, put a TV here in the center, so it really be a complete disaster preparedness. Because if you can't get your weather and the information you're needing on the radio, you can get it on the TV or vice versa. It's got 2 8 amp hour batteries in it. So I got 16 amp hours, 12 volts, so it'll be 12 times 16, a little over 150 watts total storage capacity. If you use somewhere around 20% of that, then you're talking somewhere right around 30 watts is available. 1 watt draw, 30 hours. 2 watt draw, 15 hours. 1 watt draw, or as well, so it'll be another 30 hours, but if you put both of them on, it runs both lights for about approximately 15 hours. So far, I haven't seen that this really, how much of a draw this small LED voltage readout takes. This is about $6 or $7 on Amazon. Those are the speakers for the radio. So anyway, I thought that made a pretty good disaster preparedness little box. I just put some sheetrock screws in it. The radio doesn't work. I got the radio from the manufacturer where it doesn't work. I have to get another one. I turn it on. I was going to put some extensions on here so it would slide in and out, you know, so it would fill up the whole window. And thought about putting the fan in the hole in the box. I went against that, just put it up there. I don't really find that there's any reason to wedge it into the window. I built it 24 inches. I think the small windows, there are windows smaller than 24, but I measured the ones in my house and a lot of houses around. The small ones, even the smallest kitchen windows around where I live, is 24 inches. This is 23. The solar panels are a little less than that, so it gets the majority of the sun. Obviously, this would do much better on the south-facing window than it would on a north window. I don't know how good it's going to stay charged up with monocrystalline getting it indirect as it's going to be setting in my window. I will give you an update on how all that's working. I'm going to take the camera now and zoom in a little bit and just give you a zoom in look at some of it. And so you can see what it looks like a little closer. So there you can see the readout, the jacks, the speakers, the 2 different lights, the radio for the motorcycle, and then there is the SunForce charge controller, and then just the fan. So anyway, that was a fun little project. You can order all the parts on Amazon. About a week and a half getting them in. And you can wire that up and put it together in probably just about 30 to 45 minutes. I had that put together. Total cost in that, I've got about off the shelf to about $225 in it. That's scavenging nothing, buying everything retail. Okay, well this concludes this video, guys. Thanks for watching. You notice that spot down below, I was going to put a 7-inch LCD TV on it, but I forwent that. Still could. They're started about $59, $60, so that could actually be a TV as well. Okay guys, thanks for watching.